switch the screen around. Hello, everyone. This is Camille Hicks with C. Hicks Insurance Agency. And today I'm going live right now. I'm on Facebook, and I'm here with friends and clients, Chaka and Nate. I'm about to introduce you to them. We're at their home, who unfortunately they were in a flood area that was affected by Hurricane Harvey. But fortunately they're fine, and they fortunately had flood insurance. So let's talk to them, and they're gonna give us a tour here. Say hi.
Hey, what's up,
That's
y'all?
Chaka.
Nate.
That's Nate. So if y'all want to introduce yourselves and tell us what part of town we're in. I'm gonna back up a little bit so we can get back to you. Hi, how are you?
Chaka Howard, my husband Nate Howard, and we are in like the Willowbrook area.
Okay, kind of like North Houston.
North Houston.
Right where Cypress, Tomball,
Yeah.
and Spring kind of all come together.
Yeah, but we're still
Jones
considered Houston.
Jones Road
Jones,
is the
okay.
closest
Yeah.
known area, I guess.
Okay, so right now we're in their neighborhood. It looks like people have already started cleaning up, but you can see there's still things out on the street, and people are still in the repair and rebuild process, and really it's just started. So would y'all tell us a little bit about your experience? I know no one really wants to relive what happened, even if there was no damage. It was just a scary time for everybody. But if you would just give us a little bit of insight on what happened and what was going on in your minds, and how you were able to get to safety.
Well, the water started to come in, was it Saturday night? Then it kind of let up and it receded, so we rode it out. And then the next day, which was Sunday, it just rained and rained and rained, and it really started coming in. And when I came outside and saw helicopters, boat going down the street, and people floating with their belongings, I said it's time to exit stage left.
Yeah.
And so we just loaded some stuff up. Like I said, at that time I think there was only a couple inches in the house, wasn't much, but the street was about waist high out here.
Wow.
All the way down. So we waited down there and went to the clubhouse, which is about 2 blocks south of us on Jones Road, and we hitched a ride with some good people that were just kind of helping people out that were having to leave. It brought us to family in the Woodlands, and took us 2 days to get back to assess the damage. We couldn't, the roads were so terrible. So finally we got back and started tearing stuff up. So really this is like only the floors. They've already taken 2 loads from our yard already that's been ripped out. Drywall, carpet, baseboards, all that stuff. So time to rebuild.
So what was the extent of your damage? And we're going to go inside in a little bit, but just, did you lose everything, a little bit? What did you lose here?
We had at most, what we could tell, 5 to 6 inches of water, enough to get everything downstairs wet. So what we had to do was cut out 2 feet from the floor up of drywall all around the house, the entire downstairs. We took up all the flooring. But all the furniture is wet.
Yeah,
so,
and at the time when we didn't realize that the damage was so intense, we at least thought we would have like the downstairs kitchen and restrooms or something. But because of the drywall, they had to tear down like the entire kitchen. They had to tear down the guest bathroom, the master bedroom, bath. So so we have no first floor. So if we didn't have a second floor, we would have been in a hotel right now.
Yeah.
And I must say, it's been a struggle, but I must say, honestly, I think I called Camille like
in June.
In June.
It was June.
Got this weird gut, was thinking, I think we need flood insurance. My husband was like, yeah, let's go ahead and get it. And he was like, don't your friend sell it? I was like, yeah, let me call her now. We called her, paid for it. It was active July 1st. So that is crazy. So I think that's one reason I'm not as stressed out, though when it comes to material items, I don't get too stressed out about it anyway, because it could have been worse.
Everybody's all right, and I mean, it will be inconvenience for a few months while we do all this, but thank God that we were insured. And
a lot.
It definitely makes it easier.
And we found out that a lot of our neighbors did not have insurance. A lot of them have called us but they knew they couldn't make the 30-day deadline. But I'm not gonna lie, that really made me feel so much better, because I know that FEMA, they've come by already, and they'll approve a certain amount, but they won't. I mean, they won't cover like they.
It wouldn't be enough to fix and replace everything.
Exactly.
I think they go up to 30 grand, give or take.
If you
and
get
it's
approved
going to
for
be
that.
probably double that. Just guessing. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, and that's true if you get approved.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
Well, I know Nate has to go, but thanks, Nate, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And we're gonna
Thanks for
take a
having
little
us
tour.
insured.
Yeah, we got you covered. We got you
for
covered.
sure.
Okay, Nate.
All right, y'all enjoy.
Okay.
Love you.
So we're walking inside. Bye. Good seeing you.
So we're walking inside. The door is all messed up,
And you can kind of see. You can kind of see where the water came up to about right here.
just about right here. Which different parts of the house, it was a lot deeper. So even though it's there, in other parts, like way back here, it was a lot more.
So what room was this?
So this is my home office.
Okay.
It was.
So you can see that it's been completely.
It was so
Done
beautiful at first. So this is my home office.
Got a phone call.
And
So this was Chaka's home office.
Yes.
And then what was this room?
this was a dining room that was so beautiful, and we just moved in the house, so we had like everything was like brand new. So yeah, we had it was so nice in here as well. So this is our dining room.
Okay.
And
Sorry, it's a little dark, but there is no real. I mean, I think there might be electricity now. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be darker in a second. And this was the kitchen.
Okay.
And the little like kitchen nook area. And this was like a little cabinet area.
So as you can see, everything has been gutted.
Yeah, this is our washroom area. It's all messed up. We had a guest bathroom over there. You could barely even tell.
Okay. Wow.
We have, let's see. We had a little bar area because it rained so bad. The roof leaked. So, like, all of this got damaged. So we have to get the roof replaced. So, thank God we had
So it's
homeowners
really,
insurance on top of that.
it's the whole first floor.
Yeah, because that's the thing. They said whatever comes down, flood insurance pay for it. Anything that comes up, your homeowners or renters, if you're a renter, will pay for that. So there's two different policies you got to make sure you have. Thank God we had both.
And thank goodness the dog got out too. Like I saw y'all floating out with everybody important.
Yeah, he's out because we didn't want him jumping all over Camille while she was recording. But he's a sweetheart. But
So as you can tell, like their entire first floor has to be completely redone.
This is all in our master bathroom. I like my master bathroom a lot too. And it's gone. This light, I don't know why it won't come on.
Okay, so it's a little dark, but we can still see it.
Yeah, this is a master bedroom.
Okay.
That was torn down. That's the formal, the master bath with the closets, and it was so cute. And it's all.
So it's a little dark, but you have to remember we'll see if the lights work, but there we go. They're remodeling everything, their whole first floor.
Lisa gets to get new floors.
Yeah, you get new everything.
I get new everything.
New everything.
New everything. So that's a good thing. Can't be too negative. It's just being out of pocket for a while. It's just that part. Which if we were gonna get things upgraded anyway, so we would have had to wait.
Right.
But yeah. So the second floor is totally fine. So.
Okay. So Chaka, so what after?
Go back out where the light is.
Yeah, let's go back out.
Front,
We can go in the. Actually, there's chairs in the back? Yeah, let's go in the back with the dog. So right now we're walking to the back so that we can talk a little bit more. Right now we're live on social media. You can follow me at C Hicks Agency. And right now, for those of you just joining us, I'm talking to a friend and client, Chaka, and the dog Jack. Say hi, Jack. So we were just talking about recovering from Hurricane Harvey. Is it still in? Oh, okay.
Sit over here.
Okay.
Yes, but I forgot it right.
It's okay. So we're talking. Chaka actually called me for flood insurance back in June. She mentioned that, and so her policy started in July, and so she was like literally right on time. Jack is fine. Hi, Jack. Jack wants to be on screen too. Yes, he is fine.
Okay, Jack. Go.
Jack wants to be on screen too.
Jack, sit. Sit.
Jack, how was your flood experience? How was Harvey for you? I saw you floating out of here.
Jack, go.
So Chaka, I wanted to ask you a little bit more about. Actually, I'm gonna put it on you. I wanted to ask you a little bit more about like what exactly you were feeling as you were leaving.
I'm sorry. Are you sure you don't want me to put him in a house?
No,
okay. Like I said, I think you gotta let them. Jack, go.
Jack wants to be part of this conversation.
Go. No, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
No.
Me and Jack are fast friends, y'all. Jack just gave me a hug and a kiss and everything.
You stay, Jack. Stay.
So I'm glad everybody, including Jack, wants to talk about it. Okay. Back to Chaka. No, but I do want to know about your experience. Like how, like people were watching on TV. For me, I wasn't affected.
Mm-hmm.
I was stuck and had to evacuate at some point. But it's different. We all have different experiences here in Houston.
Yes.
Based on where we lived and where our family was. And so just tell us a little bit about your experience and the feelings you had as you were having to leave your home.
Well, so my mom was here, so I think that was another reason we really left, because she can't swim. Okay. And then we knew that once it got dark, they weren't going to send any rescue crews out. So we didn't want to take that risk. And then we had Jack with us. And we're like, what are we gonna do?
And Jack is not a small dog.
Yeah, and we're like, Jack isn't gonna swim throughout the water, so we got these floaties. I'm just gonna put him up because he is acting. Like, come on, Jack, let's go. Come on.
Oh, Jack just wants to be part of the conversation. It's okay.
Let's go.
So Chaka is putting the dog up, and we're going to talk more. Jack, the dog, wanted to be part of the conversation too. But for those of you just joining us, we're here in Houston. I'm Camille Hicks with C. Hicks Insurance Agency. And today I'm just going in depth a little bit more and talking to a friend and client who happened to call me for flood insurance a couple months before the storm hit. And her policy literally went into effect in July. So she called me for flood insurance. We signed her up. And literally her whole first floor is gone. And she is using her flood insurance to be able to rebuild her home and start to put her life back together. And they had not even been in this home for very long. So we're just talking a little bit about her experience and about the fact that she did have flood insurance. When did y'all move into the home?
October of last year.
Yes. So it hadn't even been a year yet.
No, it hasn't even been a year. And my neighbor, he was like the fourth house in his neighborhood built, and he said never once has it flooded. So, and my neighbor who's right there, if you want, she unfortunately, she said it never flooded either, so she never had flood insurance either. But I didn't care about that. I just, for some reason, wanted it.
Yeah, what made you want to get flood insurance?
Some good.
Wow.
I think because when you get a new house, you buy so much new stuff, and you're like, oh my gosh. And I guess I'm an old soul, so I'm always thinking something's gonna happen anyway. So I'm pretty cautious. So I guess I was like, you know what, maybe we should just get it. So. And when it wasn't that expensive. Yeah. That was another thing. I mean, like it was
$50 for the year.
Was it? Yeah, it was really inexpensive.
And compared to all the damage that you have.
Yeah,
$450.
Yeah. Was that it? Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah,
but yeah, well, whatever. It just didn't matter. And so it was just I'm just so happy we did it. So I'm just so happy we did it. And like you said, it didn't cost a dime, but some gut in me made me do it. So
yeah. So we're still in hurricane season. we're still in hurricane season, and we've had a very active one. And so part of the reason I'm doing this video is to help encourage people to get insurance and get the insurance that's right for wherever you are, no matter what area you're in, but just to be a little bit prepared. And I call it risk management for your personal life. We do it for big business all the time, but we don't necessarily have all the coverage that we need for our own personal life. So it doesn't make it easier that something happened, because it's unforeseen disaster. This is really a catastrophic event that happened here in Houston, and it doesn't make it any better that it happened, but it does.
I think it
save
does.
you. Well, look. I was not the one that went through it, but I don't know that it makes it any better. But I do feel that it can soften the blow as far as when you have to repair, the cost and the time on the back end. So, but Chaka, you feel differently.
I mean,
did it make
like,
it?
Seriously,
did it make
I
it
don't.
Different?
I mean, I don't. Like I said, I don't know. I think having that, I just felt so much better.
Yeah.
Like and like I said, I don't really care about material items too much. Maybe that has something to do with it too, but I knew we were going to be okay.
Yeah.
And we had a great policy, and I think, like, not to toot your horn or anything, but
Well,
you
toot it.
But you really Camille really made us feel safe and secure. I've been in Houston all my life. Never has our house ever flooded or anything for, I know I'm 18, but no, I'm just kidding. But like, no, for all the years that I've lived in Houston, never, ever, ever once have we had a flood. And Camille, like, seriously, even though she wasn't our actual insurance adjuster,
right,
she helped us out with everything. She told us to document everything. She told us to take pictures. She told, like, things that I wouldn't have never thought of. So when the insurance people came, and I must say, it has been a pleasant experience so far.
Yeah,
like,
that's
no
good.
joke. Like, the insurance company have been nice. FEMA's been out here. I mean, we just haven't had a hard time whatsoever. The adjuster was like, "Oh, you're you need to get your appliances fixed. They may work now, but they may not work in 30 days." I mean, like, everyone was just great.
Good.
So I'm so thankful for Camille. And, like,
that's
seriously,
I really
like, I don't know. And I think that's what made it better too, because before we even flooded, you know, she gave me tips, you know, so before, during, after, it's just been smooth. So I think if I was trying to get in touch with, like, all these people, if I was trying to get information, I'm seriously, like,
Thank you.
really,
no, I
made it
really,
easy
my
for us.
clients are like family, and then you happen to be a friend too. And so I really try to make sure that you are prepared for what's going to happen, because we can never prepare for everything, but we can definitely try to make it better.
Right.
So, and that's what I'm here for, is to be able to help you when you need it, and to be available, and to give you advice. And if I don't have an answer to something, I will find out for you.
Yes.
So, my clients are like family, and I was just praying and worried about all my clients.
My husband was so happy.
And so I literally was praying for my clients and everybody. And when I saw Chaka and her husband and her dogs floating out of Cyprus, I just started praying, and I'm so glad that they are fine. Their house, the bottom floor is gone, but like Chaka said, it can be replaced. And with flood insurance, she's able to replace it without having to come out of pocket. And even if you might have to end up coming out, I don't know yet, but they're still doing adjusting and everything they need to do. But even if you end up having to come out of pocket some, it's better than having to spend $100,000 on remodeling your home.
Right.
So, anyways, my phone's gonna die soon. But I really just wanted to introduce you all to Chaka. She's a friend and a client, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about rebuilding and repairing. There's a lot of us doing that right now here in Houston, and how insurance is not the most fun topic to talk about, but it is necessary for situations exactly what has happened here in Houston. And that is my job, and I'm here to help. So feel free to call me, text me, email me. I'm very accessible.
She's the best.
Camille Hicks, your favorite agent. You can find me online at chicksinsurance.com. And I look forward to hearing from y'all. Just call me. It doesn't matter if you don't have insurance through me. I will help you, and I will make sure that you have the proper coverage in place. And if you're trying to rebuild right now after Hurricane Harvey, there's a lot of people here trying to take advantage of us here in Houston. You can call me. I have referral partners that you can trust. So Houston is strong, and we are going to rebuild, and we're all here to do it together and to help. So do not hesitate to reach out to me.
Yes.
All right. Thanks for joining. Thank you for those of you who are watching. Bye.